Welcome back to Mastering MHA MBA and the final part of Chapter 7. Peter Drucker once said, "The future does not just happen because you wish for it. It requires decision, risk, and work now." In Part 3, we get into that hard work, how managers formulate and implement strategy, and why so many good strategies still fail. It all runs on the strategic management process, 3 stages. First, analyze. Assess your organization, your environment, and your current position. Second, formulate. Craft the strategy that fits your mission and conditions. Third, implement. Put it into action and keep evaluating. Analyze, formulate, implement. Skip the last stage and the first two are wasted. The classic analysis tool is the SWOT. You look inward at strengths and weaknesses and outward at opportunities and threats. The goal inward is to find your core competencies, the things you do exceptionally well that rivals cannot easily copy, like Amazon's one-click ordering and logistics. Strengths you can leverage, weaknesses you must be honest about. Next, size up the industry with Porter's 5 forces. 1. Rivalry among existing competitors. 2. The threat of new entrants. 3. The bargaining power of suppliers. 4. The bargaining power of buyers. And 5. The threat of substitute products. An attractive industry has weak forces. An unattractive one has powerful rivals, hungry newcomers, and strong suppliers and buyers squeezing you from every side. Once you understand the industry, you position yourself. Porter says every competitive strategy answers 2 questions. How broad is your market and where does your advantage come from? Lower cost or uniqueness? Those 2 questions produce a simple menu of strategies. The first is differentiation, competing on uniqueness. You win by being clearly different and better, so customers stay loyal and stop caring about rivals. Think Ferrari or Polo Ralph Lauren. It demands real strength in marketing, research, and creativity, and customers who will pay for the difference. The second is cost leadership, competing on price by operating cheaper than anyone else. This lets you profit at prices rivals cannot match. It is the Walmart strategy, and it demands relentless efficiency and tight cost control across purchasing, production, and distribution. The third is focus, serving one narrow segment better than anyone. It comes in 2 forms. Focused differentiation offers something unique to a niche, like NetJet selling fractional private jet ownership to the wealthy. Focused cost leadership is the low-cost option for a niche, like a no-frills discount airline. Same ideas aimed at a smaller, sharper target. When a company runs many businesses at once, it needs portfolio planning. The classic tool is the BCG matrix, which sorts every business on 2 axes: how fast its market is growing and how much market share it holds. 4 boxes, 4 playbooks. 2 of them are the winners you build around. Stars have high share in high growth markets. They are today's leaders and tomorrow's too, so you invest and grow them. Cash cows have high share but low growth. They throw off steady cash, so you milk them and use that money to fund the rest. The other 2 demand hard choices. Question marks have low share in a high growth market, promising but unproven, so you back only the best and cut the rest. Dogs have low share in a low growth market, little profit and little future, so the honest move is usually retrenchment and divestiture. Now the punchline of the whole chapter. Strategic success equals strategy times implementation. A brilliant strategy, poorly executed, still fails. It needs the right structure, the right people, the right resources, and leaders who can rally everyone to make it real. Formulation gets the headlines, implementation gets the results, and that is exactly where most strategies die. Research summarized by Harvard Business Review finds that around 2/3 of well-formulated strategies fail, not in the planning, but in the execution. In PMY's 2025 research, the single biggest barrier leaders named to reinvention was a disconnect between planning and doing. The strategy was fine. The execution was not. So what does great strategic leadership look like? Michael Porter describes it. The leader is the guardian of trade-offs, keeping resources aligned to the strategy. The leader creates a sense of urgency so the organization never grows complacent. The leader makes sure everyone understands the strategy, and the leader is a teacher, turning the strategy into a shared cause. To that, add one more role, the champion of control. Strategic control means staying close to the numbers, honestly measuring whether the strategy is working, and having the courage to tweak it or scrap it when it is not. As Patagonia once put it, we have made many mistakes, but we have never lost our way for long. Let us recap part 3. Strategic management means analyze, formulate, and implement. Use SWOT to find your core competencies. Porter's 5 forces to judge the industry, his competitive strategies to position yourself, and the BCG matrix to manage a portfolio. But never forget, success equals strategy times implementation. This builds on our chapter notes from Schermerhorn and Bachrach's Exploring Management, 7th edition, on the strategic management process, SWOT, Porter's models, and the BCG matrix, updated with 2025 research on the strategy execution gap. That completes Chapter 7 on strategy and strategic management. You now know what makes a strategy great, the grand strategies companies use, and how to formulate, implement, and lead them to results. If this helped you, subscribe so you do not miss the next chapter, and we will see you there.